Well, I thought our crowd was great. I just want to say thank you to the fans that came out. It was really loud in there. We fed off the crowd's enthusiasm, and we got stops. I think they only scored 4 points since that point in time. I don't know how many minutes was left in the game, but they only scored 4. And we made some plays, man. We just made some plays, and we finished strong. So, but big shout out to the home crowd.
Carlton, was it defense that really kind of sparked those last 6 minutes or whatever?
Yeah, for sure. We just got a few stops, and that got us rolling, and then the crowd got into it, and then we started getting more stops, and we started rolling from there.
Trey, it really seemed like, Matt, but really seemed like this is an example of the potential advantages of playing here, that the crowd can become a factor in a game like that.
The energy in here was crazy, and we really fed off of it. And like they said, it really sparked us, gave us that extra step, that extra energy to get those stops that we needed at the end of the game.
Matt, not to keep harping on the crowd, but even for you, just seeing what it was like in the Dome, just watching, not playing in the Dome, but is this just an unbelievable 180 to have that kind of atmosphere?
Oh yeah. No, I mean in the Dome it was just tough to interact, and you were far away from the floor and stuff. And in there it gets loud. I mean, it's not filled in there, but I don't know how many fans we had, but it got really loud, and they did a great job. Home court advantage is a real thing in this building, so hopefully we can keep winning here at home and getting good crowds.
Oh, Carlton, you got a nice string of home games coming up here. Two good teams, but playing them here, I would guess that today, given how this game finished, you would be looking forward to the opportunity to play here again next week, twice?
Oh yeah, for sure. We've had a lot of road games, it feels like, so being able to play at home and defend home court is nice.
Trey, with Flack out and even with Sparks hitting some foul trouble, how big was it to have Tyler Hagedorn? Maybe he hasn't gotten a lot of time to come in that role and do what he did.
Yeah, he stepped up big time for us. I can't even put it into words. He stepped up big time. Like you said, he maybe hasn't gotten the minutes he wanted, but he's been staying positive in practice, really working hard, and he came in and gave us that spark that we needed, got those stops, some big plays for us, and really changed the tide for us.
Matt, when you're down 70-63 there, and it was a bad series of plays that happened right there, turnover, 3, and layup. How tough is it to deal with that?
Yeah, we've been there before, and we've been there in this building before. So, you just got to stick with it and just trust your teammates. These guys made some big plays, and coach did a great job calling the right plays for us to get in position to get a bucket. And you just got to feed off the crowd like we did, and it was fun, man. You got to live for those moments. You got to live for those moments, in the game moments. It's fun.
Well, it's a great win for the Yotes. IUPUI is an excellent basketball team, and they had a really tough non-conference schedule, so the record doesn't exactly show how good they are. But they're very long, they're very athletic, and they have 5 guys on the floor that can score at all times. I mean, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just look at it up and down the lineup, and then they're led by Daryl Combs, who is just a prolific scorer, and he just puts so much pressure on you, and you just got to be on it because he can make you pay in a hurry. He gets to the rim, great pull-up game, and obviously can really shoot the 3 as well. So, and Matt O'Leary has been playing as an all-league player. So we did a good job on those guys. Combs ended up with 27, but really proud of how we responded down the stretch. I thought we came out of the gates incredibly slow. We looked out of it, not out of it, but we just didn't have a locked-in look to us in terms of the pregame speech, going over the game plan, and it showed, with them going on a 10-0 run after we got the first bucket. But to go on a 22-4 run to finish the game when we had felt like we scratched and clawed and climbed just to get back into it, to tie it up, and then we just gave up 7 straight on just undisciplined plays. But we showed a lot of resolve, and so many guys made so many very good plays. I thought Mooney had a couple big shots, and what a great pass to Hurst for the finish. I thought Tyler Hagedorn really gave us a boost off the bench, in particular defensively, altering shots, affecting plays. He looked like Tyler Flack out there for a while, the way he altered shots. And then Simpson was really, really good down the stretch. And look at Hurst not lying, 7 for 9 from the field, 19 points in 38 minutes. And that dude's just an ultimate warrior. So great team win for us. It was huge to get to 3-1, a quarter of the way through the league. In this league, there's no time for, there's no rest for the weary because anything can happen on any night. But huge to take care of business at home.
That last stretch there was 6:29. You were down 70-63, and then you got back and went way ahead. Were there specific things that your team all of a sudden was doing and hadn't been doing?
Well, we tied it right at 63-63, and then I can't remember how they got the first one, but a big one is they ran we call it out of a horn set. They call it horns flop, and we get the switch, and then we get caught on the screen. We'd walk through it for 2 days, and O'Leary hits the 3. Now it's 5, and then we come down and turn it over, and then they come and Combs I think got to. But you could make a legit argument the play of the game was Carlton Hurst's block shot, because it looked like Combs was going to put another one in to go up 9. And Hurst comes in out of nowhere and just bangs it off the glass. And I think that kind of sparked us, maybe sparked the crowd. Crowd was really, really engaged, obviously late. But, I thought that was the one play that really kind of changed everything. And then we really started attacking. We went out of calling some sets and went into our motion. And then we felt like we got in a great flow with Simpson and Mooney, Hurst. Trey Birch-Manning made some big plays, played, 36 minutes, right? And then Hags, too, when we inserted Hags back. I think it really changed the game, in particular defensively. Big thing, we scored 46 points in the paint. That was huge. To outscore them 46-32 in the paint was a huge number. And then they had 22 offensive rebounds against North Dakota State. And we gave up 16 offensive rebounds to Denver. So that was a major area of concern for us. They had 4 at halftime, which equaled 8 points. So they scored every time. And then they had 13 points off of our turnovers at the half. So that was 21 of their, 37 first half points. So that was a big area of emphasis at halftime. And they only ended up with 1 offensive rebound in the second half, which was key.
Supposed to go when you're in a tight game and you get the crowd and they stopped shooting. They shot terribly after that, after things got rolling.
You can never, I know I've said this before, but the Big Ten has the best conference home winning percentage in the country. The Big Ten also has for like 37 straight years has led the country in attendance. And I just don't think that's an accident. The energy that the fans give you, the boost that it gives you, it's so obvious. The players you can see it on the players, you can see it on, it's so easy to see. And I thought that our fans really propelled us down the stretch and sparked us and gave us that extra boost, so to speak, to finish the game. Especially when you're young. Especially when you're young and you haven't been through all those battles, it makes a huge difference. He was huge. It's been a tough year for Tyler in terms of he had some really good practices the last 2 weeks before his ankle injury, and then he was out for whatever. He missed. I don't think he was cleared till after Game 7 or Game 8. And Flack's been playing at such a good. He's been our best player this year without a doubt, consistently, which you expect out of your seniors. So it's hard not to play Tyler Flack 30 minutes, if he's not in foul trouble. But we always tell our guys, in individual meetings, especially, the guys that aren't playing a lot, you just, and I think players sometimes think you're giving them lip service, but you never know how this works. And you never know. It's like Eminem said, what's that one song he has? When you're, are you gonna be ready for your moment or whatever? Whatever. You guys, come on. You guys know Eminem. Let's go. Yeah. Well, I know. I don't have Shazam. I don't have my phone on me. But are you gonna be ready for your moment? When the moment comes, are you gonna be ready for your moment? And we threw him out there, and he played well. And he had a good practice yesterday, and he had a couple of really good practices last week. So, and he performed. And it's about production at the end of the day, and he produced. He played great. He finished the game out, and I'm really proud of him. He stuck with it, and now he's got to do it consistently. But we don't win tonight without the performance that Tyler Hagedorn had.
A lot of pressure today. Is that?
What are you trying to allude to?
No, I mean their defensive.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. There's a lot of ways I could have taken that. Such a slow start. I think we're a good pressing team. It's hard to press teams consistently in Division I. There's just so many good players, and they can really make you pay. But we were down. It felt like we were down most of the game, and I thought it kind of sparked us a little bit. And you try to put it on, take it off some, but when you have momentum too, pressing I think can kind of spark energy, and I thought our guys did a good job with that. Got a 10-second call, created a couple turnovers. Of course, they got some too, got a couple layups off it. 25 Patterson hit a huge three when we were really making a run on him. I think we had cut it to 1. He drills the 3 to go up 4. So there's risk reward with that. That's not going to be a staple, but it's something that we'll do periodically throughout games. Probably did it more tonight than we have all year. Wasn't necessarily a plan.
The fact that you have 3 games in a row here, you're playing real well in this place, and I know that was something, point of emphasis coming into the year. I guess the team's kind of looking forward to the opportunity to play 2 really good teams next year.
Huge week. I mean, North Dakota State's been to 3 of the last 5 NCAA tournaments. Obviously, they're the only undefeated team left in the conference. And Fort Wayne has won, however many. They beat Indiana, and I think they've won like 11 of the last 13 or something like that. So it's a monster week. Obviously, Fort Wayne won the conference championship last year in terms of the regular season, and both are excellent teams. And we have to literally, it's the old cliche, be ready for 40 minutes. And, we didn't show up the first 5 minutes, and we can't get away with those kind of things against these guys. And we got to play extremely disciplined. We got to play extremely tough-minded and tough physically to have a chance to take care of business with these guys, and have to have great practices. And we're still learning ourselves a little bit, in particular without Flack, or a different team without him. So we got to keep fine-tuning and keep sharpening up some things. And we're doing some things where we have to adjust on the fly with these guys right now. But it's a smart basketball team, and it's a team these guys pick up on game plans well. And not every team does that. And we've been able to add some wrinkles day before, during games, that have really helped navigate through some of these close games, including tonight.